Do you know that moment when Michelle Obama walks into any event and every magazine, talks about how she looks impeccable without ever seeming overdone? She has mastered something that 90% of women completely ignore, a rule so simple it almost sounds ridiculous, but it separates women with true style from those who simply wear expensive clothes. Why is it that some women look sophisticated even in basic pieces, while others spend a fortune and still look disorganized? The difference lies in mastering the mathematics of color. Have you ever stopped to notice why some combinations make you feel powerful, while others make you feel invisible? There is a formula that fashion designers guard like a state secret, and today, you are going to discover what it is. If you are tired of opening your wardrobe and feeling like your clothes are plotting against you, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and leave a like, because after today, you will never look at your closet the same way again. You will finally understand why some combinations work and others simply do not. The rule that will change everything consists of just 3 numbers. 60% neutral base. The 60% represents your neutral base. But here is the first misconception that ruins everything. Women confuse neutral with boring. That happened because someone once sold the idea that elegance means invisibility, but the truth is that your base needs to have enough personality to carry the entire look. Forget those shapeless blazers that make you look like you are apologizing for existing. Kate Middleton never wears a neutral piece that does not have impeccable structure. Every blazer, every basic dress has a cut that defines her silhouette without screaming for attention. This works because she understands that neutral does not mean faded. It means confident enough not to compete with accessories. Your neutral base should function like the foundation of a house. Solid, well-built, and beautiful on its own. This means investing in a tailored blazer in camel or navy with structured shoulders and a defined waist, straight leg wool trousers in charcoal gray or deep navy, a midi dress in structured jersey that holds its shape, a white shirt in Egyptian cotton with a slightly tailored fit, a pencil skirt in a substantial fabric in tones like chocolate or petroleum blue, so stop cutting corners exactly where it matters most. But here comes the part no one tells you. Your basic pieces need to coordinate like a well-mannered family. No clashes, no chaos, just elegant harmony. The secret that will transform your entire style lies in the remaining 40%. 30% refined touch. This 30% is where you express who you truly are. But it is also where one of the greatest disasters in women's fashion was born. The belief that refinement means wearing every expensive item all at once. This happened because many confused sophistication with ostentation. Now, we see walking museums of designer logos that scream insecurity rather than style. Amal Clooney never needs 3 different logos to prove she has good taste. She selects a single striking piece and lets it shine on its own. This works because she understands that true elegance whispers. It never shouts like a desperate salesperson. Your 30% piece should be like that effortlessly elegant friend who walks into a room and turns heads, even though no one can quite explain why. It could be a silk blouse with a subtle geometric print in tones that harmonize with your neutral base, or a striped poplin shirt in refined combinations like navy and white. So stop collecting details like you are building a fashion altar. But here is the fatal mistake: using that special piece as the star when it should be the perfect supporting act. 10% wow factor. This final 10% is your personal signature, but it also triggered one of fashion's most devastating epidemics. Women thinking that being seen means being visible from outer space. Somewhere along the way, someone convinced them that boldness equals volume. The result? Human fireworks that explode before anyone can even appreciate the beauty. Queen Rania of Jordan knows exactly how to handle this. She picks a single surprising element and lets it tell the whole story. This works because she understands that real power lies in smart restraint, not in a chaotic display mistaken for personality. Your 10% should act like that pinch of salt that transforms a simple dish into something unforgettable, imperceptible to some, but impossible to ignore by those who understand. It might be a printed silk scarf tied at the neck over an all-black outfit, a vibrant coral lipstick when everything else is neutral, or a structured mustard handbag paired with your navy look. So stop competing with yourself by wearing 3 loud elements at once. And here is the secret no one tells you. That 10% can shift locations. Today, it is in the shoes, tomorrow in the lipstick, the day after in the scarf. Real magic happens when you master this dance between percentages. Practical examples, where theory meets reality. Here is where fashion panic usually sets in. Women understand the concept, and suddenly start doing math like they are calculating a rocket launch to Mars. Someone turned elegance into a scientific formula, and now we have women counting percentages in front of the mirror like obsessive accountants. Let us get to what really matters. Example 1. 60% neutral base, beige midi dress. 30% refined touch, woven leather sandals and camel. 10% wow, structured handbag and terracotta. Why it works. Each element has its place in the visual hierarchy. No competition, just harmony. Example 2. 60% base, wide leg linen trousers in natural white plus plain white tee. 30% sophistication, textured sage cardigan. 10% signature, printed silk scarf at the neck. Jennifer Aniston does this effortlessly. Never looks like she spent the morning calculating outfit ratios. Example 3. 60% foundation, black midi skirt plus oversized white shirt. 30% polished detail, cognac leather belt plus gold watch. 10% pop, statement earrings. So stop complicating what should be intuitive. Example 4. 60% base, short navy dress plus nude sandals. 30% elegance, structured leather handbag. 10% personality, straw hat with contrasting ribbon. Example 5. 60%. Base, gray linen set. 30%. Refined edge, modern sandals with metallic accents. 10%. Accent, bold gold necklace. The real secret? Knowing how to mix and rotate these elements. One day, the standout piece is a blouse. The next day, it is the lipstick or a special accessory. Master the formula, then make it your own. That is when elegance becomes second nature, not something you measure, but something you live. The fatal mistakes that destroy the 60-30-10 rule. Now comes the part where everything falls apart. Women learn the rule and immediately sabotage it with the precision of a professional wrecking ball. This happens because someone forgot to explain that elegance is not a democracy. Not every element gets a vote at the same time. So stop wearing red shoes with a pink bag, thinking you are expressing your personality. The first fatal mistake is treating your 10% like Siamese twins. You cannot wear red shoes with a pink bag and coral lipstick, thinking it makes a bold statement. The result? You look like a Christmas tree in July. Gwyneth Paltrow never has to compete with herself because she understands that elegance is about selection, not about desperately piling on interesting elements. Another classic disaster: confusing texture with color in your 30%. That means your tweed blazer is already doing the refined job. It does not need to be shocking pink to show personality. That confuses sophistication with costume. But the most devastating mistake of all? Choosing a neutral base that looks like it was borrowed from your father. Wide, shapeless pants paired with an oversized blouse without defined waist makes you look like you are wearing pajamas to work. How to adapt the rule to different body types and ages. Here is where the math becomes art. The 60-30-10 rule is not a one-size-fits-all recipe, but that led to one of modern fashion's biggest misconceptions. Someone sold the fantasy that elegance fits everyone the same, so now we see women applying the same formula whether they have a violin or hourglass figure. The inconvenient truth is, your 30% needs to work for your shape, not against it. Hourglass figure after age 45. Neutral base that defines the waist, 60%. Structured blazer that emphasizes the shoulders, 30%. Soft gold statement earrings instead of bright colors near the face, 10%. Rectangle body with no defined waist, straight cut neutral dress, 60%. Wide contrasting belt at the waist to create curves, 30%. Vibrant shoes to elongate the legs, 10%. Viola Davis masters this. She never places the visual focus where it does not belong, always directing the gaze to her best features. Pear-shaped body with wider hips, dark pants and a light blouse as base, 60%. Textured blazer on top to draw attention upward, 30%. Bold necklace near the face, 10%. After 40, your 10% also moves. Women over 50 with gray hair look best with a warm earth tone base, 60%. A refined piece in burgundy or forest green, 30%. And a metallic accessory in silver instead of neon colors, 10%. Apple-shaped figure, empire waist dress, 60%. Long cardigan that creates vertical lines, 30%. Structured and colorful handbag to draw the eye away from the torso, 10%. Now you know, elegance is not about how much you spend, it is about how you think. The 60-30-10 rule is your new best friend, the one who tells you the truth even when it stings, but always with love. Let us recap what changed your wardrobe and maybe your life. Today, 60% is your solid base that does not apologize for existing. 30% is where you show your personality without shouting into a megaphone. 10% is your personal signature that makes people remember you for the right reason. If this video rescued your wardrobe from mediocrity, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because a truly elegant woman recognizes quality content when she sees it. Most importantly, stop sabotaging yourself by thinking you need a celebrity closet to have style. You already have everything you need. You are just using it in the wrong order. True elegance begins when you realize that less has always been more, and that your confidence is the most powerful accessory you own. Write in the comments, "Elegance Math," if you finally understand that dressing well is a science, not a matter of luck. Your journey to effortless sophistication begins now.